Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Tuesday, April 9th, 2019 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I can go my own way, as in you can go your own way. And today we have an interesting, very interesting to me, astro configuration. So we have the Moon in Gemini, which can amplify the mind. But there's something else that we're going to get into in regards to this connection. But the big thing that we're building into today is Venus conjunct Neptune. Now this is interesting by itself. We've also got Lilith hanging out and the moon chiming in to this configuration. And this all together is really interesting. So let's just break it down. Venus conjunct Neptune, especially in the sign of Pisces, Venus as the planet representing relationships, as well as other energies. Just saw little Lala head right next to me. This can amplify, as it's in Pisces, karmic or past life relationships that we've been in. Now, it's really interesting. I've seen this in my life. How often we get stuck in relationships. And in part, this can be due to cords, energetic cords. They can be from past lives. They can be from this life. These cords can even just be built, we'll use the word built, or formed, just even by thinking about somebody, especially if there has been some strong level of connection in this life or some other life. And it can keep us stuck in those patterns. We're still in that pattern energy. So you may find today with Venus conjunct Neptune, some of these past patterns, some of these past relationships, some of these corded energies coming up to be dealt with. Now, whether it is somebody contacting you out of the blue or just somebody coming up into your consciousness, showing up in your dreams, be very aware, because if they come up, this is an opportunity to release that cording. This is a really good time too, especially in light of releasing patterns and some of the other astro that's going on, to notice these relationships that you've been in. Sometimes we get into relationships and sometimes that stuck is because some level of authority has said that we need to be in this, or this is good for us. My last relationship, the astrologer I was working for at the time was like, oh yeah, I think this is really good for you. This is it for you. And so I was like, well, he says, the astrologer says, so then that must be true. Lilith comes in here in this configuration, and Lilith is like, whoa, wait, what is your own authority? Lilith is the expert on not giving a rat's butt about what anybody else says, what authority says, and instead reminds us all that we have the ability to go our own way. So what kind of energy is Lilith pushing you through with this configuration? What karma is what karma is Lilith helping you release through this configuration? Now, it's really interesting with the moon feeding in, because the moon feeding in may show you where this has happened. And I've got the schizophrenia card in here. What I've noticed, Gemini rising, so I have the strong Gemini energy. The Gemini in me takes in all information, and it doesn't sort it as this is true, this is not true, this is for me, this is not for me, this resonates or this doesn't resonate. Another part of me has to do that. The Gemini in me is like, information? Okay, I will take it. And that means anything anybody says is taken in by my Gemini energy. We all have Gemini energy within us. Mine is just really strong, so I definitely noticed this. I then have to sort through with my consciousness if it resonates or not. But younger me, before I had that awareness, would take in the information and it's like, somebody in authority said it's true, so it must be true. It must be true. It must be true. It must be true. And it got me into situations because it's like, well, this person told me, and so I'm going to do that, kind of feeling, rather than, wait, does this resonate with me? Do I need to go my own way with this? And that's been a big shift for me in my life, in that ability to go my own way. So as the moon feeds into this energy, Be aware where maybe you've taken in information about something. And this isn't just necessarily about relationships in your life. You know, the placement where Pisces is in your life, this could be about a job, your creativity, your worth. There's big worth energy that's going on around this. What you do for fun, hobbies. You know, there's so many places where this could feed in your health, what you do for your diet to help yourself stay healthy. You know, there's so much information out there. This is what you should do. No, this is what you should do. What are you called to do? Where do you need to go your own way? And I love that we have the Aries sun that's helping us take that aligned action. So this is definitely an activation piece with this connection. Now, whenever Neptune plays in, there can be the fog. And this is when we need to drop deeper into ourselves rather than looking outside of ourselves for the information. I love Deepak Chopra's method, yum or yuck. And yum or yuck can really show us, are you moving in this direction that's true to you? Or yuck, if some other thing has kind of pulled you, some other authority has kind of pulled you in this other direction. What is yum for you? Move in that direction. Trust the yum. Trust your Lilith. Trust that need to go your own way. Because even if it's not ultimately the right way, there's definitely a lesson there that you need to learn. And so you have to trust in that as well with this energy. Can you be your own authority? And I think that this is aligning up with our next South Node configuration. South Node conjunct Saturn. Saturn definitely plays an authority figure in the zodiac. And so with the South Node, it's like, stop trusting the authority outside. Can you allow yourself to be the authority of your life? Because nobody else is living your life. And it's not to say you can't get information from outside, but you have the ultimate say, yay or nay, you know, and it's up to you to take that personal responsibility and nurture yourself through the things. So be very aware of the mental energy today, the schizophrenia card, because it could pull you all over the place. And as the moon is squaring, like I said, this Venus, Neptune, Lilith thing, outside information may get very confusing for you today. Tune into yourself. Tune into your desires. That's one of the things that the moon is doing today. The moon is connecting to Mars, and Mars represents that driving force within us. Mars represents how we want to take that action. Mars can represent that desire, that passion. If you are feeling the frustration, chances are you've let somebody else tell you which path to choose, which path to walk, and you're a little bit frustrated because it's not completely true to you. Your job is to be true to you and work through your personal lessons. Other cards that I've got today. Wow, it's so perfect. I've got the past lives card as well as the politics. These cords that I talked about, those past life things, these relationship things, it may keep you in that politics state where you're trying to harmonize these things that just don't mesh. Today's a good day for cutting cords. Today's a good day for releasing with blessings. Thank you for your part in my life. Thank you for the lessons in my life. With blessings, I let you go. With grace, I let you go. I allow you to go your way. I'm going to go my own way. This is a good day for that. So you can be true and not play the politics card. Because the politics card, it keeps you in that isolation where you're not living your full potential. And we want to get to this place of divine possibility, allowing the possibilities and the paths of our life to unfold without that interference that can happen. That's a really good word for this energy. Be aware of that outside interference. If you feel the fog, it's just a call to drop deeper in. Don't worry, I don't know, I'm going to make the wrong decision. Don't start spinning yourself up in that. Drop in deeper. All right, so you can always book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com to book a reading. Besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There is more than enough love in the world for you, and you do have the power. Namaste.